Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. I did a little work in between episodes. I got this smelting column set up for iron. Don't have it plugged in yet. We're getting ready to do that right now. But I set up a little circuit thing here, as well as the gear thing we've had going. Because I've been doing a lot of handcrafting. A whole lot of handcrafting. But it's all for a good purpose, because I do want to get the mall set up in this episode. So I don't have to handcraft anymore, because I'm getting a little bit tired of it. We are going to have to address copper here soon as well, because it is looking extremely low. But, you know, so many things to do, so little time. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is go ahead and get some miners set up here, and I do have some miners built. Six. I have 20 of them built. Yeah, that one's not gonna last long, but we'll just go ahead and place it there anyway. Get you guys down. Let's grab some power poles. That's not gonna line up, is it? That's fine. We'll just I hate it when the little auto thing just doesn't work the way that I think it should. All right, that's up. Let's see, get you guys connected. All right, and let's go ahead and merge these two lines into one. Eventually, this is going to go into a proper balancer, but for right now, this kind of balancer right here will work just fine. And let's take you up and you up. Gosh, it's dark already. I swear it seems like it's dark all the time. All right, well, we'll have night vision and things like that here soon. Okay, so I wanted to make this a path. Do we want to go? Yeah, let's take it all the way. And let's see, that's 1, 2 spaces, so you will come right here. Is that right? There we go. All right, so there is going to be our second smelting column of iron. Let's see, we had you guys coming up. We're going to put a path here as well someday. And that's going to be on this line right here. And just for now, we'll take it underneath, because we're still using this. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to grab all that. I think we're done with the ammo. We have ammo being built now in much better places. So we can go ahead and pull it up. And just run that across. That's going to come this way. You are going to come up like that. And that's going to go into the bus as soon as we get those two right there. All right, and that should double our iron. That should help out things a little bit. Should we go ahead and do copper? I don't really have the supplies for it. I more have supplies for building mall things. Speaking of which, we need like 1 million of those. And we probably need some more of those too. All right, so let's come up here and think a little bit about the mall. I want to build it over here in this area where all these trees are. So we need to come and grab some grenades. That's the whole reason we made military science, was to make grenades to get rid of those trees. What is going on here? Oh yeah, we had to do that because of that. Yeah. Can we decrease the silliness of this by like 10%? That's a little better. That's a little better. Not too great, but better. Okay, 151 grenades. That's nice, and I do want to address something over here. I actually built this to have 2 of these. And I didn't put in 2 for, I don't know why I didn't. But, I mean, that was the whole reason for, instead of direct inserting the gears, belting the gears, was to support 2 of these machines. And I don't know why I don't know why I did that. I have no idea. But that should fix it. And, there we go. That'll fix that. And, you know, I think it'll support it just fine. And, I have 2 grenade machines, and each one of these takes 8 seconds. Each one of these takes 8 seconds. And it just, they should have the same ratio. And, that'll give us a little backup of turrets here, and that will make it to where things will be better. Let's go ahead and just make that to 1 stack. Can't think of myself ever really needing more than 150 grenades at any given time. And let's just take out some of these trees. And let's try not to take out myself. I'm not sure how far we need to go back. Let's say here. This seems reasonable. Oh yeah, this is much better than hand chopping. Much better. All right, and still have over 100 left. I'm not going to grenade these rocks. I'm going to go ahead and collect them. I don't know if a rock gets destroyed when you destroy it with something, but I don't want to take the chance. Stone is a precious resource for us right now. Trees, on the other hand, really are not. Okay, that looks like a pretty good space to me. Let's go ahead and pull out... I've been working on this mall setup, and I've got a couple of iterations of it. Let's see. This is the latest one. So I'm going to go ahead and plonk this guy down. And as you can see, it's Kitch's practical strip mall. It's extremely practical. Maybe leave 1 space like that. Let's go ahead and plonk it down. And yeah, it's got some things. It's got some stuff. All right, let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and run. I know it needs 2 iron lines. Let's go ahead and run iron up the bus. It's gonna need 2 iron lines and a copper line to get it. Actually, it needs 3 iron lines and a copper line to get it started. I'm not sure we're going to have enough smelters to make it run at full capacity. As a matter of fact, I'm certain we are not. But we can go ahead and start it and get some of our mall things built. All right, that's going to come up to there. Our copper line, we are going to have to move on up to the very top as well. And what else is needed up here? Stone. Oh, we need to research as well. What do we want to research? I want to research toward railway. I want to get that started. Stone is fed in. Stone brick is fed in down here. We have steel fed in down here. So really all we need is the stone to come up. And we'll get all these lines up here eventually. But right for now, I just want to get those guys. All right, so I've got this designed very similar to the way the rest of everything works, in that everything that is needed to get this guy running is going to be built in this back area here. You see we've got green circuits. We've got more green circuits. These actually feed red circuits, which are right here. And we've got gears. And we also have something for dealing with petroleum. We can't quite do that yet because the biters have our petroleum claimed. We'll get to that eventually. And then we just have a lot of belts. A lot of belts and a lot of factories that are building things. But yeah, it's basically fed with our petroleum lines down there, plus stone and iron and copper is basically all that comes in. And all of the wonderful stuff comes out. I generally don't rely on blueprints too much when I'm building builds. Notable exceptions are things that, things like smelting, things that are solved problems already. I also have blueprints for rail systems. I have blueprints for defense systems. If you haven't checked out my blueprint series, that gives you an idea what I have blueprints for. And I also make an exception for the mall, basically. I've used Catherine of Sky's mall for... there's engine. We can now get railway. Wonderful. Yeah, I wanna get started on tracks. I wanna have those built. That's like the big thing for our stone stuff right now, and I want to have that. I want to have railroad tracks in the bank. Okay, you. Yeah, I've been I've used Catherine of Sky's mall, and it's not been her updated version. It was one that she had posted a video on. I don't know. I've linked it before when people have asked about it. And it's great. It's really, really good. It's the ratios are good. It builds everything you could possibly ever want, and it's very, very practical. It's very practical, and that's not what this series is about. I wanted to do one that was a little bit more. I don't know, was a little bit more something else. I wanted to, play with my own design. That's definitely one part of it. Pride of ownership and all that. But I also wanted something a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. I don't know if that's the right word. I don't know if aesthetically pleasing is the correct word that I'm looking for here. But I wanted something that looked a little better. I was going for a look and feel, and I wanted to see if I could do it. And I'm still working on it. It's not done yet. What is this? This is iron. We definitely need that. All right, I was, it's gone through some iterations. It's gone through a million iterations, and it's not done yet by far. I'm sure getting it out in practice, getting it some experience out in the wild is going to expose a lot of issues with it. But I don't know. It's just, it's very... It's very impractical is what it is. All right, this is all red circuit stuff. I may hold off on doing that. That is going to be... Now, why? Okay, so the ghost was keeping it like that. Interesting. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and place that there just in case that ghost decides to not do that anymore. Let's see, that's the gear line. We definitely want to keep that. So yeah, for the production side, we have 4 gear machines. I started out with 6, and it was doing fine. I added the extra 2 machines just because we were backing up on iron at the start of it, and I don't know, it just jump started. Get as much stuff out as you can. Okay, that's railway. Let's do get train stations. Up here, we have the red circuits. This ratio is not 100% correct, but it's good enough. It basically keeps 8 machines going pretty much all the time, and these 2 last ones move every now and then. The holdup is wire, and I think I'm missing 0.2 wire machines in order to make this work out good. So the ratio is not perfect, but it's good enough. I'm happy with it. I've played with this a little bit and made it to where those fit, and the gains. Red circuits make so slow. They make so slow, and not a lot of stuff in the mall uses them. The reason why I actually started out with 4 of them, and the reason why I bumped it up so much is not a lot of things take red circuits in the mall. But the things that do take red circuits take a lot of red circuits. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth it. They're definitely one of the first things to back up. But yeah, it's good to have them whenever you have a rush on things like let's see, these aren't even needed right now. Oh well, we'll leave them. I just want to kind of focus on the things that we actually can do. Green circuits, I've got 2 of the standard 3:2 ratio setups here. I did have more at one point. Can I, let's see, I can ghost that down, right? Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. And these ghosts are probably gonna decay, but that's fine. All right, and I wanna go ahead and put that in there because that actually is a throughput thing. And all of those belts are up there. So yeah, this is, it takes it a while for this circuit build right here to push out enough green circuits to get everything going. It normalizes over time, of course, but it takes a while for this build to get everything set up right. Partially that is a production issue, but also I think it's the way that I have stuff organized over here as well has a little bit to do with it. I tried adding additional circuit makers, and it was one of those things where we just couldn't support it. We needed to get more copper in. They were eating up all the copper, and I could bring in additional copper lines, and it may be one of those things. We have enough room to bring in an additional copper line as well as another circuit build here, and we may end up doing that in the future. But for right now, this will be fine, especially since we don't have the technology to unlock absolutely everything in the mall. I think just starting out, it's going to be fine. Okay, so these are circuits on the outside. This is copper in the middle, so this is the copper line. We definitely need that. Okay, that'll go up there, and these are other things that we need. I'm fairly happy with the way this turned out organization-wise. I mean, if you look at it, yes, there's a lot of belt spaghetti going on. Not going to deny that in the slightest, but I don't know, it could be a lot worse. And it actually was a lot worse in some of the earlier revisions. Just looking at this right now, I'm thinking about how actually how wonderful this setup looks. We're gonna go need to resupply on some things. Oh yeah, copper's just pitiful. Absolutely pitiful. And iron is getting ready to look pretty pitiful. Whoa, do we not have a limit on that? Oh, no, we don't. Let's put a limit of like 200 on there. That seems reasonable. What about you? Oh, we don't have one on you either. Limit on you as well. And in the meantime, let's dump out this ore. How many assembly machines? We have 72 left. That's not bad. All right, let's just see what is important here. Steel, you're important. That iron line coming in is important. Yeah, let's make like 1 million of these and 1 million of these. I tried to untangle a lot of the spaghetti, and if I think about it later, I may post whenever I get a lot of the kinks worked out of this, I'll probably do a Kitch's Blueprint book series where I'll go through the iterations of this mall if I have them saved, because some of them are really quite ingenious as far as the spaghetti. The first one I did was probably with the same amount of things building, actually less things building, was probably 3 times the size of this. Just due to all the belt spaghetti. And the second time I made it, it got a little bit better. Probably about half the size of it. And then I basically halved again the size of that setup and ended up with this. And yeah, it's pretty spaghetti-rific. Let's see, I do need one of these. Let's go ahead and get that. There was one spot with the belt running that I couldn't do it without a red belt. It's right here. I mean, you can see why. this big knot right here. This whole knot right here is it's either not my proudest moment or it is my proudest moment in Factorio. I have not decided yet, but it's definitely one of those. All right, but you've got to be really careful when laying this out because one of these belts in the wrong place can cause a disaster. Rail signals. Advanced material processing. Yes, that would actually help out a whole bunch. Yep, see, like that right there. That would have been bad. All right, and once I get all this built, we will do a full tour and see what's going on. The first iteration I didn't really utilize a lot of the filter inserter things. In the later ones I did, and I was amazed at just a properly placed filter inserter somewhere can save just a lot of room whenever you're trying to maximize your spaghettiness. What? Okay, so that is a true underground belt there, as is that. All right, coming up on this side of the knot. Starting to see a little bit of daylight. After you get through this, it becomes a lot more straightforward. But you know what? I don't think that I am going to bore you with that much longer. There is a lot of handcrafting I have yet to do, as well as manually placing of belts. Let's just get that one right there. Great. So I'm probably going to go ahead and just fill out the rest of this in between episodes. And, yeah, when we come back in the next episode, all of this will be all done and will look good. And, we'll turn it on. We'll turn it on and just see how it works. All right, well, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'd zoom out a little bit, but unfortunately that doesn't help very much because it's so dark outside. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, we're building a mall. We're building a mall, a strip mall. Strip mall is what I'm calling this. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Have a good one.